Hello dear students. So based on the crystal field theory, so let us discuss about the crystal field splitting in octahedral complexes. So in an octahedral complex, the coordination number is 6. So the central metal ion is at the center and the ligands will occupy the 6 corners of a regular octahedron. So the three axes x, y and z pointing along the corners of the regular octahedron as shown here. Okay, so if the metal ion, if the metal ion Mn plus has one electron, let us assume that the metal ion has one electron in the d orbital. So in this free ion, so that means in the absence of ligands, so this single electron can occupy any one of these d orbitals, because all these 5 d orbitals have the same energy. That means they are degenerate orbitals. Okay, so in the absence of ligands, so the electron present in the free ion so can occupy any one of the d orbital, because these d orbitals have the same energy. Okay, but in an octahedral complex, so that means in presence of ligands, what happens? So the energy of these 5 d orbitals will not remain equal. Okay, so out of the 5 d orbitals, these 2 d orbitals are orienting along the axis. So these 2 or d orbitals are present along the axis, and the remaining these 3 d orbitals are orienting in between the axes. Okay, so as the 6 ligands approaches the central metal ion along the axis, the electron, if present in the Eg is repelled more by the ligands than the electron if it is present in the T2G orbitals. Okay, so hence what happens? The energy of the Eg orbitals increases. Okay, so that means these set of orbitals, so that is dx square minus y square and dz square, are Eg, and these three are triply degenerate d orbitals. So this is doubly degenerate d orbitals. Okay, so these orbitals are present along the axis, and these 3 orbitals are present between the axes. Okay, so if the 6 ligands approaches this central metal ion along the axis, along the x, y and z axis, so that if the electron is present in Eg is repelled, by the electrons of the ligand than if it is present in the T2G orbitals. So hence what happens? The energy of the Eg orbitals increases than the energy of the T2G orbitals. So thus what happens? In octahedral complexes, the 5 d orbitals will split up into two sets, two sets of energy levels. One set consisting of two orbitals of higher energy, so that is Eg, and the other set consisting of three orbitals of lower energy, so that is T2g. Okay, so now let us write the splitting of these d orbitals under the influence of the ligands. The splitting of d orbitals of the central metal ion under the influence of the ligands. So, this is the degenerate state, degeneracy. So these are the 5 d orbitals of the central metal ion. Okay, so this is, let us call this one as the state 1. So this state 1 represents degeneracy of the 5 d orbitals. Okay, so that means in case of the isolated ion, so in absence of ligands, so these 5 d orbitals will have the same energy, so therefore they are said to be degenerate. Okay, so if you assume the negative charges of the ligands, if they affect the uniformly, if they affect the electrons, so the energy of the d orbitals will rise. So let us assume this as the state 2. Okay, so state 2 represents the hypothetical degeneracy. That means all the orbitals at a high energy level, if the negative energy of all the ligands are assumed to be uniformly affecting the electrons in the d orbital. Okay, so this is called as the hypothetical degeneracy. If you assume that the electrons present in these d orbitals are uniformly affected by the negative charge of the ligands. So when the ligands approaches the central metal ion, when they approach along the axis, when the ligands approaches the central metal ion along the axis, so the energy, this 5 degenerate orbitals will split up into two sets of energy levels. So they splits up into two sets of energy levels. Okay, so when the ligands approaches along the axis, so because of the repulsion between the ligands, electrons of the ligands and the electrons of the this dx square minus y square dz square orbitals, so the energy of these orbitals increases, so they form doubly degenerate orbitals. So this is dx square minus y square and this is dz square orbital. Okay, so and the remaining three orbitals, so they possess lower energy than the hypothetical degeneracy. So let us call this one as the state 3. State 3. Okay, so the state 1 represents the degeneracy of all the 5 d orbitals in the isolated ion. The state 2 represents the hypothetical degeneracy of all the orbitals at higher energy level if the negative charge of all the ligands are assumed to be uniformly affecting the electrons in the d orbital of the metal ion. And the state 3 represents the crystal field splitting. So the crystal field splitting is measured in terms of the energy difference between the T2g and Eg orbitals, and it is denoted by the symbol d naught. Okay, so it is denoted by the symbol d naught. Okay, so the crystal field splitting is generally measured in terms of a parameter called as the dq. So that is nothing but the differential of quanta. So by the conversion, so the delta 0 is taken to be equal to 10 dq. 10 dq. So in octahedral system, the energy of the T2g orbitals, so that is the energy of the T2g orbital is 4 dq. So that is the energy difference of the T2g orbital is 4 dq. Okay. Or that may be that 4 dq is equal to 0.4 delta naught. Okay, so less than the energy of the, so this energy of this T2g orbital is less than the energy of the state 2. Okay, so and the energy of the EG orbital is 6 dq. So this is 6 dq, more than the energy of the hypothetical degenerate orbitals. So in case of the octahedral complexes, so we know that the electron always prefers to occupy the lower energy orbitals. So in an octahedral complex containing, for example, one d electron, so the electron will always reside in the T2g orbital. So because of the lower energy. So this orbital has an energy, so that is minus 4 dq compared to the energy of the hypothetical degenerate orbitals. Okay, so as shown here. So thus the complex in octahedral complex will be 4 dq more stable than the predicted by the pure electrostatic theory. Okay, so therefore the energy of the complex would be less. So this is the energy of the isolated ion. So this is the energy of the three orbitals in presence of the ligands. So therefore always the energy of the complex would be less. So the difference in the energy achieved by the preferential filling of the lower energy orbitals is called as the crystal field stabilization energy. Okay, so the difference in the energy achieved by the preferential filling of the lower energy orbitals is called as the crystal field stabilization energy, that is called as CFSE. So thus for each electron entering into the T2g orbital, the crystal field stabilization energy is 4 dq. Hence for each electron entering into the EG, the crystal destabilization energy would be 6 dq. Okay, so this is the stabilization energy. So because the electron will always prefers to enter into the lower energy orbital, so therefore it is called as preferential filling, the preferential filling of the lower energy orbitals. Okay, lower orbital energy and the hypothetical degeneracy is called as the crystal field splitting energy. So if the electrons, after filling the electrons in the lower energy T2g orbitals, if the electrons enters into the EG orbital, so then for each electron entering into the T2g orbital, the crystal field stabilization energy would, the crystal destabilization energy would be equal to 6 dq. Okay, so here this is the energy is equal to 0 here. So this is energy is equal to 0. So this is the energy of hypothetical degeneracy. Okay, so so this is the crystal field stabilization energy for octahedral complexes.